Hello, welcome to this live online training with myself, Mark Cartwright. Although it's not live because you happen to be watching this on YouTube, but welcome anyway. During this session we did quite a lot of live stuff, a lot of interaction with this one. So as the previous videos in this are more of kind of dropping out for questions, this one you'll probably find that I drop out to the other one for a lot more stuff. So apologies on the quality of Zoom, but it's there. But it's great, it's really nice to be able to actually answer those questions in real time for that as well. What we did look at in the session itself was very much how to engage and how to enhance our students' learning. So that's taking a lesson and building on it by adding assessments, adding game-based activities and other stuff like that. Within Smart Notebook, we really focused on this activities up on here. And then within Lumio, it's a very kind of similar route as well. So this is very much part of your Smart subscription. If you're using the Smart Notebook Basic version 21.1, go away and download that for free, get going with it, it's great. If you have got a license, you're going to need to sign into it at the top here, and that's just click on account and sign in, use your teacher email addresses, and you're good to go with that on there. Once you've done that, if you click on that Space Invader at the front there, first time you click on it, it is going to show you a really nice video kind of introduction to it, which is good to look at, kind of shows you what Endgame is on that side of things. And then once you've loaded, all your activities are going to be shown up on here. And there's some really great ones. You fill in the blanks, you take an activity, you drag and drop those in there. And again, this is just a great way of just really enhancing your lesson, and great way to actually have and send these out to the students as well for those here. And there's lots and lots of different ones. There's a game show one here, which we'll look at in a bit. You're spinning the wheel, like a Wheel of Fortune type style one. There's a memory match one, take this one, take that one, bring them together. There's choice cards, flip out cards, one thing on the back, one from the back, and you can have loads of different ones in there. Label reveal, quite nice for just sending out a diagram so they can have it on their devices and actually interact with it, just to enhance it rather than another photocopy for that one as well. And there's lots and lots of different ones in there. And essentially this video is just saying, go and have a go and have a play. There's some really, really good stuff for having that within Notebook, and like I said, within Lumio as well. So now you know how to get them from in there. I'm just going to go to in Lumio as well. So in Lumio, I'm just going to back out of this one here. I can have an activity. Now, if I have a PowerPoint lesson, I can drag and drop it in. If I've got a notebook file, I can drag and drop it in, or Google Slides, or it might be a PDF, or you can enhance it by just putting multiple file formats as well. So once I've got a lesson, for example, this one here, I can edit it. So I click on these three dots here and click edit. So now I can edit this lesson and I can add in content. And if I'm adding in content with that blue arrow I just had on the bottom here, I've got lots and lots of different bits within this. I'm going to click on game-based activities. And you can see that there's the very same ones in here as they were within Smart Notebook. In fact, there's a few more in here. For example, this extra one is a word search. And rather than having that magnifying glass, it's just got like a tutorial link in there as well. So if I click on that tutorial link, it's just going to have a small video here, just to kind of showing you running through and all that's how it works in that one there. So I'm just going to actually select this activity. So now actually going through and making these is really, really nice and quick and easy. All I can do is here is just type in the words, just go for colours for this one. I'm just going to type them from my laptop here. So blue, red, oh, Ted, let's change that one. Red, black, yellow. There we go. Can't spell black. So there we go, and I can type whatever it is. I can put a title if I want to. I can choose how many letters in the grid side. I'm just going to make this like smaller one, so it's easier for me. Multiple difficulty, let's go for a middle one. And I can show my word list at the end, click next. And then I can choose my different backgrounds. I can customize it and put my own picture in that as well. Or I can go for any of one of these ones here. I'm just going to go for the future box because I quite like that one. And click next, and then I've made that one here. And then if I preview this, I can then preview it, so making sure that it's right and have a bit of a play with myself. And then it is also just ready to send out to my students here. So then you might have found one already. There you go, there's blue. I can find that one. And I've got a hint available now. So if I click on that one, then I can see the C there, and now I can find black. And then red is there, and I've got to find the last one just so I can complete it. There's a Y, no, it's not that one. You can probably see it now, but I can't. There it is along the bottom, yellow. There we go, and now I've completed that one, and I've made that one there, so that's ready to go for my students. To actually send that out to my students, now I've made it within my lesson here, I can also add in more content. I can add in more Google Slides. I can add in more PDFs, PowerPoints, or notebook files. But actually now I've completed that lesson, I can finish edit it, and then it is here. So as I click on that lesson to start it, my game was on the second page, so I'm going to go to the second page, and that is good to go there. My students have also gone to their website, hellosmart.com. They've signed in with the teacher code. On this case, it's my teacher code 162353. But when you sign in, it'll give you your own teacher code for that on there. And now here, the students can play that on their device as well. And you can see that every time I click start, it will actually have a different version as well. So this is the teacher's one and this is the student one, but it is going to be completely different and we can play that separately. So if it is on just on the smart board, we can do it that way. If it is on different iPads or Chromebooks or whatever it might be, we can actually have this wherever we are, or of course if we're doing it remotely as well for that as well. So there's lots of really good ways that we can use those activities and have a play with those to really enhance our lesson. Now I'm going to chop out and give you some other examples that we did within the session, as well as some questions and answers for that as well. So have a look at that and see what it is as well. And then at the end of the video, I'll just point out to a few more links just good to go for that as well. So now I've started that shout out and that's all running for you there. What I'm going to do is go back to Notebook and click on the list of these activities here. And which one should we make this afternoon? So if I click on that one, and let's see if we can find a list. Would you like to do a rank order? Would it be a monster quiz? Would it be a response? Do you want to see a rank order? Do you want to see, as the list comes up, let's just see if there are any responses on here. Not yet. Activities. My computer is being so slow today, so apologies. Here we are. So pick one of these. Fill in the blanks, game show, rank order, shout it out again. Super sort, speed up, response, monster quiz, label reveal. Pick one of those. It might be one that you've used before. It might be one that kind of intrigues you and you think, oh, I'm not quite sure how to use that one. So any of those, I'm just going to read them out again and then we'll hopefully have some answers. So fill in the blanks, game show, match them up, rank order, shout it out, super sort, speed it up, response, monster quiz, label reveal, and flip out. And let's just see if I can get some of your responses here. Stella's written in the comments, and you've written, let me just put that on there. Stella has written game show in the comments. So what I could do, so if I was doing it within Loomio here, I'd get the feedback, I'd go game show. So I've typed in game show, and as I send that response, it's then appearing up on here as well. And Ruth's typed in game show. I've got a game show from myself. I knew Stella. Rank order, please, from Dawn. And Dan has got to match them up because it's so fun. I'm afraid we've got 2 votes for this one, and then we'll come on to these ones next as well. So game show. I'm going to do this straight from within Loomio as well. So if I'm running this lesson, and you can see this is my lesson, I might be going up and down, whatever it might be within that. I want to enhance that lesson really, really quickly. So I can click on these 3 dots here, and I can edit this lesson. Now I'm editing this lesson, I can add some additional content to it. And if you're doing it in Notebook, you can click on that space invade at the top and do it the same. And then I'm going to add that content. And in here, there's loads of ways to enhance your lessons. There's lots of good stuff down there. The YouTube videos, you can add more resources in that as well. But for now, I'm just going to add a game-based activity. Game-based activity, and we wanted to do game show. So game show, if you're familiar with Wheel of Fortune, it is that one side has a go episode, that has a go with the other one. This one will be, this is mainly doing for front of class delivery, but you can play it in groups if you're sending it out to devices. So a true and false question, this one might be, it could be anything. What is, so it's a true or false. I'm going to type on here just because it's easier than typing on the screen there.
Is London the capital of England? Yes, true. I want to add another question. 4 times 4 equals 16. Is that true or false? True. Click next. Let's go for a multiple choice. Choose noun. Choose the noun. So then the first one, by default, the first one is always the right one for there. So choose a noun. Let's put a name. Let's put cat. And then jump, run, and sleep, as a cat always does anyway. So I can just add my questions in there, click next, make sure they're right on here, just review them. I can randomize the questions as well and click finish. And there is my game made. So it's really, really quick and easy to actually play that and actually make it in there. Once I click that, I can finish editing and then I can press play and that lesson is going. So for you, as the teacher, you can play it from on the screen here and click start. And also the way that most of these activities are, they interact and they engage with this one here. But now I can actually play these in groups. So rather than everyone having to come up to the board and like 2 at a time playing that game show here, I can actually play it in groups. Really quite nice if you've got, for example, 6 tables with 1 iPad on each, then each group can play for that there. So I can spin that wheel and it's a completely separate game to that one. So we can play in our groups in that one there as well. So I'll leave you to play on that with your devices there and have a go and answer those questions. I'm just going to go back to this question here from Dan. I have some PowerPoint lessons. Can I put these interactivities into PowerPoint slides using Lumio? Completely, yes, you can. So if you've got a PowerPoint already, obviously that's a great starting point as a lesson, and there's loads of content for that. You can just drag and drop that into Lumio, and once it's in there, you've got your lesson. So not only can you just show your lesson to the class, but actually they can engage with it as well. And then within those lessons, like I did for this one here, I can actually embed these activities within this so that everyone can have these games with it. So it starts with that content and then it's sent out as well. So moving through here. So another question's popped up here again whilst you're playing with this one. How can I use Speed It Up with the group over devices? Can students compete online? So Speed It Up is a very similar to this one. So this one here is, I've got a quiz and we can play that quiz on this device or on this device or the devices that you're doing there. Speed It Up works the same way. So students will have to run around a racetrack, not run around a racetrack, their cars go around a racetrack and we can act them that way. I'm just conscious of time to actually show you Speed It Up and how it works. What I can do is just end this activity here and just show you a small a bit of a quick demo of it. I can add an activity, which is the ones down here. And then this one here is Speed 'em Up. Can't find it myself now. Here it is. And if you click on this little tutorial button here, it just gives you a quick video of actually what it is and how to go and set it all up. When this is sent out, you have multiple players playing at once. And as I click that green thing, my car gets to speed up. And then as I get to a point in the track, it asks a question like that. And then you have to answer this question and we're choosing from the on here. Now, obviously, if you're playing this on a small device or on a laptop where you've got to use a mouse, it's going to be quite tricky. It's great for a touch screen. It's great on the smart board like this. Or if you have got it sent out to iPads, then they can have, that table will have a race, that table will have a race, and that table will have a race. Very similar to that quiz that we've just run through there. There are loads of games in here. They are included in your subscription, whether you're using it through Notebook or whether you're using it through Lumio as well. And in all of these, they've got a little preview button here and it shows you what those ones here. So there's one about Monster Quiz. About the Match 'em Up, I know Dan wanted to see that. Sorry, we're out of time. If you click on that one here, then you can see that activity. These can all be completely personalized. And as you go through them, the wizard for kind of setting these up is a very kind of similar way for adding these patterns up in here. So go and have a play, go and see with them, how can you engage, how can you enhance your lessons in different ways using those activities. And like we said during that question there as well, if you want to start with a PowerPoint, you can just import that resource as well. So yes, you can start new, and there's loads of resources for you to be able to start new from in there. But if you want to enhance something you've already done, just drag and drop it in or import it from that as well. So as we kind of reached a bit of the end of it, I think we might go over by at least a minute. Apologies on that front. I'd love to hear about what lessons you're doing, what activities you're using to enhance your lessons with. Have a go with that, the speed them up, have a go with the game show one as well as any of the other ones, and share that as well. If you share it with the hashtag We Are Smart, then we can all kind of continue to learn from each other there as well. And of course, on any social platform you so desire. I think that's most of the questions that have gone through that as well. Just another one that's popped up here, game show integrating skills. Yes, it's great for integrating in that way as well.
So hopefully you found some of those kind of use cases and so those questions and answers really useful and a good way to actually use that within your classroom. The kind of challenge for you to have a look at this week is what activity you're going to use. How can you use that to really enhance your lessons that you've already got, or some content that you found from somebody else as well, and have a go and then share it as well. If you want to use the hashtag We Are Smart, then we can all kind of continue that learning together. Or if you want to drop me an email, I'll respond to you for that as well. It's markcartwright@smarttech.com and offer any support I can be with that as well. So in a couple of weeks' time, we're going to look at free engaging resources. There's loads of resources within Smart Notebook. There's loads of resources within Loomio, as well as in the IQ unit. And how can we get going with those as well for that as well. So thank you very much for watching. And we'll see you in a couple of weeks live. If you do want to join live, you're not signed up already, I'll leave the link below for that as well. So thanks very much. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye.